View of AllDayShirts.com. Now, if you've been searching for wholesale blank apparel, t-shirts, hoodies, or any kind of bulk clothing for your business or personal projects, you've probably come across this website. But the big question everyone wants answered is simple. Is AllDayShirts legit or is it a scam? Is the quality actually good? Are they trustworthy? Well, stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have all the answers you need to make an informed decision. Let's start with the basics. AllDayShirts.com is an online retailer that specializes in wholesale blank apparel. They've been in the business for quite some time now, and they position themselves as a one-stop shop for anyone looking to buy t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, tank tops, polo shirts, and various other clothing items in bulk. Their primary customer base includes screen printers, embroiderers, event organizers, small business owners, clothing brands, and basically anyone who needs blank garments for customization or resale. The website claims to offer competitive pricing, a massive selection of brands and styles, and fast shipping. They carry well-known brands like Gildan, Hanes, Bella Canvas, Next Level, Comfort Colors, and many others. The appeal here is pretty straightforward. Instead of buying individual shirts at retail prices, you can purchase them in bulk at wholesale prices, which theoretically saves you a significant amount of money if you're buying in quantity. Now, before we go any further, let's talk about what AllDayShirts actually offers. When you land on their homepage, you're immediately greeted with their main product categories. They have separate sections for men's apparel, women's apparel, youth clothing, and even toddler and infant wear. Within each category, you can find subcategories like t-shirts, long sleeves, tank tops, hoodies, sweatshirts, polo shirts, and more specialty items like performance wear and fashion-forward pieces. One thing that stands out about AllDayShirts is their brand selection. They don't just carry one or two brands. They've got dozens of reputable clothing manufacturers represented on their site. This is actually important because different brands have different fits, fabric qualities, and price points. Whether you're looking for budget-friendly options like Gildan or premium soft styles like Bella Canvas, they seem to have you covered. The website also prominently features their blank apparel, which is their bread and butter. These are garments without any designs, logos, or prints, completely blank canvases ready for whatever customization you have in mind. This is perfect for businesses that do their own screen printing, heat transfers, embroidery, or direct-to-garment printing. Let's navigate through some of the important pages on the AllDayShirts website to get a better understanding of how they operate. First up, let's talk about their About Us page. This page gives you some background on the company. According to their website, AllDayShirts has been serving customers for years with a commitment to providing quality blank apparel at competitive prices. They emphasize their extensive inventory, quick processing times, and dedicated customer service team. The company presents itself as a family-oriented business that understands the needs of small businesses and large organizations alike. Now let's look at their shipping and delivery information page. This is crucial because shipping can make or break an online shopping experience, especially when you're ordering in bulk. AllDayShirts claims to process and ship orders quickly, typically within 1 to 2 business days. They offer various shipping options including standard ground shipping, expedited shipping, and even next-day delivery for those urgent orders. The shipping costs vary based on the order size, weight, and destination. They ship primarily within the United States, but they also offer international shipping to select countries. One thing to note is that they provide tracking information for all orders, which is definitely a plus in terms of transparency and peace of mind. The return and exchange policy page is another critical area to examine. According to their policy, AllDayShirts accepts returns on unused, unwashed merchandise in its original packaging within a specific time frame, usually 30 days from the date of purchase. However, there are some restrictions. Custom orders, sale items, and certain clearance products may not be eligible for returns. If you receive defective or incorrect items, they claim to handle those situations promptly and offer replacements or refunds. The key here is to inspect your order as soon as it arrives and contact their customer service team immediately if there are any issues. Let's talk about their customer service and contact information. AllDayShirts provides multiple ways to get in touch with them. They have a customer service phone number that's available during business hours, an email address for inquiries, and a contact form on their website. They also have a live chat feature that can be helpful for quick questions. The availability of multiple contact methods is generally a good sign that a company is legitimate and willing to address customer concerns. Now, let's dive into the product pages themselves because this is where the rubber meets the road. When you click on any product on AllDayShirts, you're taken to a detailed product page that includes several important pieces of information. First, you'll see high-quality images of the product from multiple angles. This is helpful for getting a sense of the garment style and fit. The product description includes details about the fabric composition, weight, and construction. For example, a typical t-shirt listing might tell you it's made from 100% cotton or a cotton polyester blend, the fabric weight in ounces, whether it's pre-shrunk, and what type of stitching or construction methods are used. The product pages also include a size chart, which is absolutely essential when ordering clothing online. These charts typically show measurements for chest width, body length, and sleeve length for different sizes, ranging from small to multiple extra-large options. Some products also include additional sizing information for youth and toddler sizes. One of the most useful features on the product pages is the color selection. AllDayShirts offers most of their products in a wide variety of colors. We're talking anywhere from 10 to 50 different color options, depending on the specific item and brand. This gives customers a lot of flexibility in choosing exactly what they need for their projects. Each color is usually shown with a small swatch, and when you click on it, the main product image updates to show that color. The pricing structure on product pages is particularly interesting because AllDayShirts uses tiered pricing based on quantity. This means the more you buy, the lower the price per unit becomes. For example, a single t-shirt might cost $12, but if you buy 12 to 35 pieces, the price might drop to $8 each. Buy 36 to 71 pieces, and it might go down to $7. Buy 72 or more, and you might get them for $6 each. These are just example numbers, but you get the idea. This bulk pricing model is standard in the wholesale apparel industry, and it's one of the main reasons businesses choose to shop at places like AllDayShirts rather than retail stores. Another important feature on product pages is customer reviews and ratings. Some products on AllDayShirts have customer reviews, where previous buyers share their experiences with that specific item. These reviews can be incredibly valuable because they give you real-world feedback about things like fit, quality, fabric feel, and how the garment holds up after washing. We'll talk more about reviews in a later section, but it's worth noting that having this featured directly on product pages adds credibility to the site. Now let's move on to the overall website review. From a user experience perspective, AllDayShirts.com is relatively straightforward and functional. The site has a clean layout with a navigation menu at the top that makes it easy to browse different categories. The search function works well if you know exactly what you're looking for. You can search by brand name, product type, color, or even specific style numbers. The website loads fairly quickly, which is important when you're browsing through hundreds of products. The filtering options are quite robust. You can filter products by brand, size, color, price range, and fabric type. This makes it much easier to narrow down your options when you're looking for something specific. For example, if you only want to see Bella Canvas women's t-shirts in pastel colors under $10, you can set those filters and get exactly what you're looking for. The shopping cart and checkout process is secure and uses standard SSL encryption to protect your payment information. They accept major credit cards, PayPal, and sometimes other payment methods. The checkout process asks for standard information like shipping address, billing address, and contact details. They also give you the option to create an account, which can be useful for tracking orders and speeding up future purchases. One area where the website could potentially improve is in providing more detailed content like fit guides, fabric care instructions, and comparison tools between different brands. While they do provide basic information, some competitors offer more comprehensive educational resources. However, this is a minor point and doesn't significantly detract from the overall functionality of the site. The website also features a blog section and occasionally runs promotions or sales, which is nice for customers looking to save even more money. They send out email newsletters to subscribers with updates on new products, special deals, and industry tips. This kind of engagement shows that they're actively maintaining their online presence and trying to provide value to their customer base. Now comes the crucial part. What are real customers saying about AllDayShirts? Let's look at reviews from independent platforms, starting with Reddit. Reddit is known for having brutally honest discussions, and people don't hold back when sharing their experiences, good or bad. Searching through various subreddits related to small business, screen printing, and e-commerce, we find a mixed but generally positive sentiment about AllDayShirts. Several Reddit users in the screen printing community mention that they've used AllDayShirts for years and appreciate their consistent inventory and reasonable prices. One user commented that they've never had major issues with orders and that customer service was responsive when they did need to reach out. However, there are also some criticisms. A few users mentioned that during peak seasons or promotional periods, shipping times can be longer than expected. Some noted that certain popular items or colors can go out of stock, which can be frustrating if you're trying to fulfill a large order with consistent sizing and colors. A handful of users also pointed out that while the prices are competitive, they're not always the absolute cheapest option available. There might be other wholesalers offering better deals on specific brands or during certain times of the year. What's important to note from Reddit discussions is that most negative comments aren't about the company being a scam or selling fake products. Instead, they're typical complaints you might see about any wholesale business: occasional stock issues, shipping delays during busy periods, or price comparisons with competitors. The fact that people are discussing these operational issues rather than fundamental trustworthiness problems is actually a good sign. Moving on to Trustpilot, which is a popular review platform where customers can leave verified reviews about their shopping experiences. AllDayShirts has a presence on Trustpilot with numerous reviews from actual customers. The overall rating tends to hover in the positive range, though not perfect. Let's break down what people are saying. Many positive reviews on Trustpilot praise AllDayShirts for their fast shipping, accurate orders, and good quality products. Customers mention receiving their bulk orders quickly and being satisfied with the condition of the garments. Several reviews specifically highlight the quality of brands like Bella Canvas and Next Level, noting that the shirts are soft, well-constructed, and hold up well after multiple washes. Business owners particularly appreciate the competitive pricing and the ability to purchase exactly what they need without excessive minimum order requirements on many items. The customer service team also receives positive mentions in several reviews. Customers report that when issues arise, such as receiving the wrong size or color, the AllDayShirts team responds promptly and resolves the problem, often by sending replacements at no additional cost. This kind of responsiveness is crucial in the wholesale business, where even small errors can cause significant problems for customers who are on tight deadlines. On the negative side, some Trustpilot reviews mention receiving items with minor defects or quality inconsistencies. A few customers reported that some garments in their bulk order had loose threads, small holes, or uneven stitching. While these instances appear to be relatively rare based on the overall volume of reviews, they do happen. It's worth noting that in the apparel manufacturing industry, especially at wholesale prices, a small percentage of defective items is somewhat normal. What matters is how the company handles these situations, and most customers reported that AllDayShirts addressed their concerns adequately. Another common complaint in negative reviews involves shipping costs and delivery times. Some customers felt that shipping fees were higher than expected, especially for smaller orders or expedited delivery. Others mentioned that during busy seasons, their orders took longer to process than the standard 1 to 2 business day timeframe advertised on the website. To be fair, many online retailers experience delays during peak periods, but it can still be frustrating for customers who need products by a specific date. There are also a few reviews from international customers who experience complications with international shipping, including customs delays and additional fees. These issues are often beyond the control of AllDayShirts and are more related to international shipping logistics in general, but they're still worth mentioning for anyone considering ordering from outside the United States. Looking at the overall pattern of reviews across multiple platforms, a picture emerges of AllDayShirts as a legitimate wholesale apparel company that generally delivers what it promises. The majority of customers are satisfied with their purchases, and the complaints that do exist are typically about operational issues, rather than fraudulent behavior or completely misrepresented products. Now let's address some specific concerns that people often have when evaluating whether an online store is legit or a scam. First, does AllDayShirts actually deliver the products you order? Based on the overwhelming majority of customer reviews and experiences, yes, they do. People are receiving their orders, and the products are generally consistent with what's described on the website. This is fundamentally what separates a legitimate business from a scam. They actually send you real products. Second, is the quality acceptable? This is subjective and depends on your expectations and what brand you're ordering. If you order budget-friendly Gildan shirts, you're going to get budget-friendly quality. That's not a scam. That's just the nature of different price points in the apparel industry. If you order premium brands like Bella Canvas, you'll get better quality fabric and construction. The key is that AllDayShirts is selling authentic products from these brands, not counterfeit or knockoff versions. The quality you receive matches what those specific brands are known for producing. Third, are there any red flags that would indicate AllDayShirts is a scam? Looking at various factors, they have a professional website, multiple contact methods, transparent policies, established social media presence, numerous genuine customer reviews across multiple platforms, and they've been in business for several years. These are all indicators of a legitimate operation. Scam websites typically lack these elements or have them in superficial, poorly executed ways. They also tend to have overwhelmingly negative reviews, with customers reporting never receiving products or being unable to contact anyone for help. That's not the case with AllDayShirts. Fourth, what about payment security? AllDayShirts uses secure payment processing, which means your credit card or payment information is encrypted and protected. They use standard e-commerce security protocols, and customers don't report unusual charges or payment-related fraud linked to the site. This is another important indicator of legitimacy. Let's also consider the business model itself. AllDayShirts operates as a wholesaler, which means they're making money by purchasing large quantities of blank apparel from manufacturers and then reselling them to customers at a markup. This is a completely legitimate and well-established business model in the apparel industry. They're not promising anything that seems too good to be true, like designer clothing at 90% off retail prices, which is often a red flag for scam sites. Their pricing is competitive but realistic for the wholesale market. It's also worth mentioning that AllDayShirts has business relationships with major apparel brands like Gildan, Hanes, and others. These established manufacturers wouldn't partner with or allow their products to be sold through a company that was engaged in fraudulent activities. The fact that AllDayShirts is an authorized dealer of these brands adds another layer of legitimacy to their operation. Now, does all of this mean AllDayShirts is perfect? Absolutely not. Like any business, they have areas where they could improve. Some customers would like to see faster shipping options, lower shipping costs, better stock management to prevent popular items from going out of stock, and perhaps more robust customer service during peak times. Some might also want more detailed product information or better comparison tools on the website. These are valid suggestions for improvement, but they don't indicate that the company is illegitimate or scamming customers. Let's talk about value for money. Is shopping at AllDayShirts worth it? This depends on what you're looking for. If you need bulk blank apparel and you want the convenience of a wide selection, various brands, and relatively quick shipping all from one source, then AllDayShirts offers good value. Their tiered pricing means you can save significantly compared to buying individual items at retail prices. For small business owners, event organizers, or anyone doing custom printing, this can translate to better profit margins or lower costs for your projects. However, if you're only buying a small quantity or you have access to a local wholesaler that you've worked with for years, you might find comparable or even better deals elsewhere. It's always worth comparing prices and options. The wholesale apparel market is competitive, and different suppliers might have advantages in different areas. Some might be cheaper, others might have faster shipping, and others might specialize in certain brands or products. For someone just starting out in the custom apparel business or someone who needs a reliable online source for blank garments, AllDayShirts is definitely worth considering. They provide a good balance of selection, pricing, and convenience. For more experienced buyers, they're a solid option to have in your rotation of suppliers. So, what's the final verdict? Is AllDayShirts legit or a scam? Based on all the evidence we've examined, their established business history, transparent operations, authentic products, genuine customer reviews, secure payment processing, and legitimate business relationships with major apparel brands, the conclusion is clear. AllDayShirts.com is a legitimate wholesale apparel company. They're not a scam. They deliver real products from recognized brands at competitive wholesale prices. Yes, like any business, they have occasional operational hiccups, and some customers have had less than perfect experiences. But the overall pattern indicates a trustworthy operation that fulfills its promises to customers. If you're considering ordering from AllDayShirts, here are some practical recommendations to ensure the best experience. First, read product descriptions carefully and pay attention to sizing charts. Different brands fit differently, so make sure you're ordering the right sizes for your needs. Second, if you're ordering a large quantity of a specific item for an important project, consider ordering a sample first to verify the quality, color, and fit meet your expectations. Third, place your orders with adequate lead time, especially during busy seasons, to account for processing and shipping time. Fourth, inspect your order as soon as it arrives and contact customer service immediately if there are any issues. Fifth, keep your order confirmation and tracking information until you're completely satisfied with your purchase. It's also worth signing up for their email newsletter or following their social media accounts to stay informed about sales, new product arrivals, and any policy changes. This can help you get better deals and stay updated on inventory for popular items. In terms of alternatives, if you want to do comparison shopping, you might also look at other wholesale apparel suppliers like Jiffy Shirts, TSC Apparel, Blank Style, or Sanmar. Each has its own strengths and weaknesses, and prices can vary depending on what you're ordering and when you're ordering it. Having multiple suppliers to choose from gives you flexibility and ensures you can always find the best deal for your specific needs. To wrap this all up, AllDayShirts is a legitimate online wholesaler that serves a real need in the blank apparel market. They offer a wide selection of brands and products, competitive pricing through bulk discounts, reasonable shipping options, and adequate customer service. While they're not without flaws, the company is fundamentally trustworthy and delivers on its core promises. If you need wholesale blank apparel, you can shop at AllDayShirts with confidence, knowing that you're dealing with a real business that will fulfill your order. Remember, the key to a successful experience with any online retailer is to be an informed consumer. Read reviews, understand the policies, ask questions if you're unsure about something, and keep records of your transactions. By taking these simple steps, you can minimize risks and maximize the chances of having a positive shopping experience. So there you have it, a complete, thorough review of AllDayShirts.com. We've covered what they offer, examined their website, analyzed real customer reviews from Reddit and Trustpilot, and arrived at a final verdict based on evidence rather than speculation. AllDayShirts is legit, not a scam, and they're a viable option for anyone in the market for wholesale blank apparel. If you found this review helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more honest reviews of online stores and businesses. Drop a comment below if you've shopped at AllDayShirts before. I'd love to hear about your experience. And if there are other websites you'd like me to review, let me know in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll be reviewing another online store to help you shop smarter and avoid scams. Until then, happy shopping and stay safe out there.